Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where Taz and Chris are with me in chat, voice chat, and of course a commercial starting right now. You knew that was going to happen. Is it
Good
coming
morning.
through, Chris?
Yeah, it arrived eventually. Discord managed to squeeze it in.
It's like when Taz was trying to take his ornithopter into the garage as the storm was coming up, and it's like it's the scene straight out of Galaxy Quest with. That's Discord in that picture right now. Interesting. I've read a thing about Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest has been voted the 7th most popular Star Trek movie. Seriously, I was at a Star Trek convention a couple of years ago, and they did a whole thing on Galaxy Quest.
Someone wrote it seriously.
It was at a convention. They did a poll during the course of the convention because they were doing a one-night showing of Galaxy Quest, and they said, "What's your favorite Star Trek movie?" They compiled them, and I don't know what the order was, but number 7 was Galaxy Quest.
Right.
Amazing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, Galaxy Quest did a homage to a lot of things.
Yes, it did.
But
I mean, yeah, but it still was the Star Trek film, however you like to call it.
I think because it was such an homage to so many things in there, and especially with pulling in, the conventions, the fans, the nerdiness, the actors versus the characters they play, and it just hits so many Trekkie points.
yeah.
So that was amazing. So Taz, Chris, I'm sure, has already started his build, but I got me a huge tanky ship if you ever feel like helping me play with a build.
Yeah.
I have a ship. I have resources to some extent. I have toys. I just have to figure out who's going to get it. I was going to give it to my toon called Complicatus, but I like her on a more mobile ship. So I'm probably going to give it to Speed Demon, my Danish toon, who is woefully unequipped with good toys. She deserves a good toy.
Why are you not giving it to Mom?
Well, I have good ships on my main account, so now I want to put some good ships on my secondary account, so they can have as much fun playing as I have on the main one. This way, I want every account to have at least one really good ship and one really good build, and slowly go from there. So, what the heck? This means I get to do more stuff, and more of my toons can go out and play, and I never have to leave the computer. And the ad break is coming up on an end. The ad break is done. Yay! So we're back, I hope. So Riser wrapped up, and I was at the gym yesterday. And yes, I did manage to do my deadlifts and all that at my max weight, and it wasn't that bad. But I will tell you, playing Risa means I was sitting in the chair about 8 hours a day versus when I've been playing in June, where it was up and down and out and to stuff. And 8 hours a day in a chair is not good. So, kind of glad Risa only lasts 1 month a year. 11 months to work out and build up, 1 month for Risa to take everything away. Rinse and repeat. Let's see. What do I have today? Polaron damage in space, herald ships, and destroy destructible torpedoes. It's not bad. It's all spacey stuff, at least.
Nice. I need one reroll to do. There we go. Seems almost my favorite. Destructible torpedoes, number 3. Times 3. Destroy Terran Empire ships, Badlands Battle Zone, and destroy Borg ships times 30.
Oh, well, how terrible. How horrible that is. We got a lot of stuff to go do.
No, I'm going to do it this devastation it poses on me.
So, Taz, the Universal also happens to be part of the event that's going on. So one of those weekends when all the stars are in alignment. If you got space damage, Universal... No, hold, this would be ground damage. So let's say 2 kinds of ground damage, killing Terrans, and then you get the Universal and the Daily all at once would be like that, not trifecta, but quadfecta. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I think would be the most amazing days. So what happens? I don't have ground damage anywhere.
Damn it.
I don't have Terrans.
Gosh darn it. Always the same.
It's all space stuff. Yesterday was all ground stuff. Today's all space stuff. That said, though, remember I was telling you about I was going to do some of my stuff on Ryza and just leave it queued up. So I did the not the Horgon hunt. I did the artifact hunt on every single toon who could do it, and left it there. And this morning I went back in and checked in. It's still counting for dilithium. So I made 19,000 dilithium on each toon this morning just for turning in something.
And there goes the cat food.
What?
There goes the cat food.
I had literally 2 seconds to react. And it was gone.
And you didn't react in time, I take
Yeah.
it.
No. It's gone. So what can I do
Oh.
now? It was like...
Put the cat
Yeah.
food somewhere where the dog won't get to it.
It's a big...
I resolved that by buying a baby gate and just
Yeah, like a
crossed
baby gate's
off.
gonna stop that dog. Dog will eat the
I
baby
mean,
gate.
I had a similar sized
yeah.
dog and stopped him.
Ja, det var Ash, var det ikke vel? Vi kan på Tine-mat til deg. Ja, det er Tine.
My baby gate works for me. Some dogs will just see a barrier and will not try to go work around it. And that. Not every dog is a trier.
That is true. That's very true. They put baby gates at the top and the bottom of the stairs for the previous owners, or maybe even before that. And they are quite thick wood gates, top and bottom. And I really hate them.
Good.
Dogs can't go through them. They're perfectly designed. Kids can't open them because it requires a bit of a lift and a pick up and move them. And I hate them
No.
until I need to keep the dogs either upstairs or downstairs. Let's say I've got people working downstairs. I put the dogs upstairs and close the gates. They can't jump over them, not easily. They can't go under them. They've tried. They can't go through them because they're literally bolted into the wall and they're maybe an inch and a half thick of wood.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, so I was going to take them down. I'm thinking maybe I'll just sand them down and restain them so they go with the new color I'm doing in the house. So it looks better.
Just paint them so they blend better.
Yeah. All right, Chosen says, I posted a temporary build for my flagship in the build off on Discord. There we go. Let's see what we got here. If I'm reading that right, are you using phasers or AP or what? It's always hard to tell from pictures because colors aren't always great.
Oh, Badlands.
Oh, good. It's phaser. Okay. Good morning, Minnesota Vikings. What should I add to my flagship build? Honestly,
what
if
is
you
your flagship build?
he's posted it on ship build off. Probably the one thing I'd start looking at might be omnis or something, because what I see you've got one omni in there. In your tacticals, I don't know which one that is. That's in the third position over, but I think that's oh, I see you do have two omnis there. There's a lot of things that enhance plasma. Also, knowing what your stations are and what traits you're using would help a lot. Your
Complex plasma files.
yeah. The deflector, the impulse, and the warp are all okay, and the shield's okay, but there's better stuff out there. I just don't know if you've got it or not. If you've even got access to it.
What ship are you getting, Mom?
Am I getting?
Yeah.
The Breen Yad Thought. That's mine, but we're looking at Chosen's.
Mom got the one I got.
Yeah, the big Breen tanky thingy.
So you're getting the extender for Fire at Will there.
Yes, yes.
You should
Yep.
really consider giving that to Mom. It's unique.
Well, I can always buy another one if I want to, but I really want to build something for a different account because they need something too. And if I put it on the mom account, no. They have too much stuff there. I can buy another one if I need to. They're only going for what, 1.5 billion? But I did get it with 60 boxes, and boxes are still on sale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, boxes are still on sale. Or, sorry. And I have some left, but no. We can talk about that another day. We'll see if that happens another day. But for the moment, we are looking at Chosens, and I'm just thinking. First thing I would switch out is my shield deflector, impulse, and warp. I think those could all be improved. Do you have the Tholian? What is the Tholian thing that drops all the crystals?
No. Don't know the name. I mean, I know what you mean, but I don't know what's it called.
Is it crystalline set? I don't know. Oh my gosh, it is raining hard. I'm glad it's not light because I'd be standing at the window watching the water puddle up towards my house. But at the same time, all I can hear is this downpour outside. Just going. I'm
I
scared.
love listening to a downpour. Like, it's the most soothing sound you can hear coming from nature outside of, like, maybe the wind and the trees. That's probably the best thing. But
Well,
yeah, I love
if
the
I
rain.
wasn't worried about my house flooding, I would be fine. It's one of those I've been
Well, your
putting.
house isn't gonna flood. It's not
I
gonna
know,
bring
but I
that
still
much
worry
water.
about. It's a lot of water, but I still worry about it. And there's something I can do. There's a company that will come in and install French drains and have them funnel out to the storm drains, and they do it by digging by hand. They don't come in with like a tractor, so they don't damage any of the the plants around there, which is way cool. But I'm just guessing it's between $10,000 and $30,000 to do it. Which long term, great investment. Short term, cardiac
I'm
arrest.
sure it can be done on your own, like drainage or something.
Yeah, installing a French drain, I would rather have guys with big, strong muscles come out and do it and get it, knocked out in 2 days versus me spending the next 6 months to put it in, and then tying it into the storm drains. That requires somebody who knows how to do that. I don't. All of our storm drains lead directly to the local reservoir, huge reservoir, and you want to make sure it's done right. Because if it backs up and screws up, I don't want the reservoir coming back to visit me.
Oh my god, can they do something with the server? The rubber banding
Is it still happening?
ridiculous.
Are they doing a
Oh, it's
patch?
happening.
It was horrible last night. I was hoping they'd be doing a patch
I don't
today,
think
but I
there's
haven't.
been a patch.
See.
I sent another fluffer pic.
Thank you. Let me go take a look at Floofer pictures. Oh, she looks a lot like Ethel Peaches, but even cuter. Ethel Peaches is my friend's Great Dane. She's still a puppy. She's like 9 months old now, but she's just so adorable, just like your dog. And your dog's name is Alia?
Arnia.
Omnia. Okay. It's the PAX pre-fire chamber in the 3rd tactical slot. Okay, nothing wrong with the PAX, but it's meh. It's one of the freebies you get from Reputation, and it's about that good. And Minnesota Vikings did get the Terran Trailblazer science ship. Yay. Good for you. So I want to switch tunes real quick and go get my good ship out. Give me one moment here. Usually do them on Wednesdays. All right.
Well, sometimes there's like an emergency
If there-
follow-up patch, but
Yeah. Well, if it was
I guess
something.
they didn't deem it necessary.
Though I understand that somehow they accidentally put the Echelon ship in a bunch of boxes, and somehow everybody had an Echelon yesterday.
What
Okay.
boxes?
I don't know. Some who was it? Dirty Hogs was telling me about it, and I didn't have a lot of details, but it was an accident. Whole bunch of info went out there in terms of stuff getting out that shouldn't have. Okay, so this is
Well,
my.
explain what they were standing for, like 499 million on exchange.
They dropped to 130 million for a while on the exchange.
No, they were for like 499 million
Mm-hmm.
from 1.3, 1.2 billion.
Yeah, but I'm saying there were so many that suddenly flooded the market yesterday because they were accidentally in something they shouldn't have been in. That 130 million was the going price at one point yesterday.
Oh, they even went even lower.
Oh, that's even better.
I'm not gonna complain because I got myself one.
Hold on a second here.
I didn't intend
Are they
to, but it was
still
like,
on there?
I don't know. I haven't been to exchange today. But
Oh, you
I
meant
can
yesterday you got one for even less.
check. Yeah, I mean, I got it for less than a normal price. It was like a low ship price anyway. So
Yeah, they're back up
it
to
didn't matter.
700 million at the moment. So, not buying one of those. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, getting back to my ship here. So what I've got for a deflector is the Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector. I believe that's out of the Colony. My impulse is
if
the...
there's a protomatter, then it's from the Colony. Yep.
Yeah. I have the Prevailing Innervated Impulse engines. I think that might be out of competition. My warp core is the Tholian Nucleating Warp Core. I love that because it drops those little crystals which A, kill anything that comes in the area, and B, gives you and your friends help. And then my shields. This is the, per Taz's recommendation, the Regenerative Crystal Shield Matrix. Typically, I go with the Tilly shields. Did I notice the photo of the bridge officer layout for my flagship build? No, I did not. Let me go back and take a look at that. You know, one of these days I'm going to actually know what I'm talking about.
The trick about the regenerative crystalline shield is that it automatically runs distributes shields off cooldown, so you never have to run it again.
Okay. And that is that off the same thing as the nucleating ones from the Tholians?
No, this is
What's the crystal shield
it's a
from?
mission reward.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Which mission?
Oh.
Without knowing what they are, that's probably fine, but you might want to look into the Romulan SROs for your ship, your bridge officers. As you'll notice, my handily-dandily named SROs, Engineering, Sci, and TAC. Clever, right? But at least I know which ones they are. And then for stations, just because of the nature of this build, it's gone a little bit different than yours. It's not that there's anything wrong with yours, but there's tweaking you can always do on every single ship, every single time. And as Taz was just pointing out, I'm really happy with the ship. I can consistently do 500,000 in damage, no problems. But maybe if I put on the thing from the new Breen ship, it would get even better. So there's tweaky things you can do. That's the reason you've got ships that deal 200,000. The Hellbore is a fun new weapon, and that's off of... Was that off? No, that's not the Proxima. That's the Warden, right? Hello?
I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. I'm
Well, you don't have the Warden, but it's not off the Proxima. You've got the Proxima, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and so you don't have the Hellbore, so it's off the Warden then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Warden, the Okinawa, and the Proxima, and I know it's not off the Okinawa, so it must be off the Warden then. Good morning to Garrus. Welcome back.
Everyone keeps recommending the Warden for its console. I didn't have the money for it, which didn't stop me from having the money for all the boxes. But I digress.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go take some money out of the bank to do some stuff the next couple of days, which I hate doing. I usually get my investment report on the 3rd, which is like over the weekend. It's like grumble. I'm going to have to wait till Monday or Tuesday. I hate that. My bank or the Fleet Bank? My bank. My personal bank, I want to pay bills. That kind. I don't think I can take money out of the Fleet Bank to pay my bills, because if I could, oh my God, everything would be handled. I'd be out there investing permanently. Wow, look at this lag. Whoa.
Yeah.
This is
That
fierce.
wasn't mine.
This is fierce.
Still love that ship. I don't care if it doesn't. If it wouldn't perform well, I still wouldn't care.
We like what we like. Let's see, I have 12,000 in fleet marks. I probably don't need any more fleet marks for a little bit. Could just keep those for a while. I think I'll just keep those. Go. So, getting back to what you were saying, Chosen, probably the first thing I would switch out would be going to a better space set. Because I think you'll get more of an impact from changing that out first. There are bunches of good ones. There's the one that I just showed you. One of my default ones is Tilly Shields, the mycelial... Is it the mycelial engines? Let's see. So deflector, I do tend to run with this deflector, the Elite Fleet. For the impulse engines... No, let's get that word out there. Impulse doesn't have it on this tune. Oh, this is probably not the best tune to be looking at that on. Let's go grab Katha. So that build was not inexpensive, and Taz spent the better part of a day helping me get it together. This ship, on the other hand, has been more of a work in progress, the Jamam Haron. So on this one, the non-baryonic matter deflector array for the deflectors, which I really like. It's part of the Terran setup. I've got Tilly's review pending modified shields. The engines I've got here are, again, the prevailing innervated, which I really like. And this one for the warp core, I've gone with the mycelial, which I believe is also Discovery. Yeah, it is Discovery. And this is my AP build, but you could certainly modify it for phasers. You got more options with phasers. And instead of going with isomags, I did the energetic protomatter matrix infusers. Because I didn't have the money to do isomags on this one when I started the build. This build is about 3 years old, does around 130,000 DPS in its normal build. Let's see if I got that one. And yeah, this is an all AP setup, but similar system.
Do you ever happen to randomly warp out into the map without actually actively choosing to do so?
No, I have not had that happen. I have had the joy of intentionally warping out and landing in a sun and not being able to get out.
No, I was just approaching a station in the Terran battle zone. And as I did it, my ship warped out in a roughly same area. And now it's happening to me again.
That's interesting.
No, it's not. There's nothing interesting about it.
Okay, the deflector is definitely something I would go with. The other one you've got is the impulse. The impulse, this one, the prevailing fortified, I do believe is from the colony. Meaning if your fleet is up to that level where you can go to the colony and get it, I would get it. If you can't, if you've got, I don't know, what would be a good alternative as an impulse engine?
And an alternative to the innovating one?
No, what he's currently running, let me jump back into there. Da-da-da-da-da-da. In ship build off, he's got some basic one that's been upgraded to epic. I don't know exactly which one, but it is more of a stock one. As opposed to some of the more unique ones out of reputation and out of the fleet banks in different locations. I don't do well with identifying things from the icons. I mean, they're familiar, and I could go look them up, but I don't know what they are. And yes, I'm the same way with
You
everything.
don't know how to Google that.
Not from PDF or JPEG.
It's console.
He's posted it in ship build off.
He's playing on console.
No, but the information would be about the same. Oh, hold on. Yes, he is playing on console. My bad.
Then it doesn't matter.
Why so?
The builds doesn't go cross-platform.
Well, I know the build doesn't, but the information does.
We have way more stuff running than he can get running. So the builds will never be one-to-one.
No, they won't
No
be,
better.
but I'm thinking there's a better impulse, there's a better deflector, there's better shields, and better warp core than
Yeah,
what
but,
he's got on there.
Have you played console?
Taz, I played 2 games, and only one of those is because you make me play the other game, because I just don't have that kind of creativity.
Yeah, console is a completely different game.
So they don't...
They don't have the ability to automate the stuff that we do.
Yeah,
So
but wouldn't a better
If you
impulse engine
remove
still be
the-
better?
if you remove 90% of the passive stuffs we run, you're getting close to what he is running.
While I get that, I'm still asking, wouldn't it be advantageous for him to get better things, or is that just wasting his money? Am I making bad suggestions because it's console?
I'm not sure. I've just heard in passings. I haven't played on console myself. It's like the difference in a console player and a PC player is like almost 150%.
And I get that, but I'm just
You
curious.
can basically automate the entire ship. They can't.
I get that, but it
And
still doesn't
a
change.
lot-
My fundamental question is the equipment that they get, and you can't answer this because you just said you don't play console, and I certainly can't answer
Yeah.
because I don't play console. But is there not upgraded equipment? I would imagine that even if you can't automate things, you could upgrade to better equipment.
Statistics-wise, I think equipment has the same base principles. There's no distinction between that. I think what Taz is going that even if certain things synergize, we base some of the performance stuff on synergizing abilities quickly enough or automatically that you can actually benefit from it, and that's not something you can do on the console. But still, fundamentally, the base statistics
If you
will
can't
probably be the same.
if you can't activate the passives fast enough, the build is invalid. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't duplicate the same type of build that you have here, but you can still get better impulse engines to simply make the ship run faster by
Yeah.
default.
Yeah, Tigris is saying the competitive rep has good impulse engines, and many guides suggest it, so that might be one way you'd like to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Romulan reputation engines give crit. So there are a couple of options right there. I think starting with upgrading that space set to something better might be a good foundation. And we will definitely take Taz's information about passive things not being able to work the same way. So if anybody aside from Chosen is out there and plays on console and wants to contribute to this conversation, jump in, please. We welcome it. Let's see. Tagaris asks, do you have access to Romulan reputation? The engines give passive boost to weapons performance. Tagaris, is that just in PC, or do you know if that extends to console as well?
Is pigs flying in your side of the planet as well?
Are pigs flying on my side of the planet?
I think I got a woman to do something that woman ain't capable of doing.
Oh! Okay.
I'm literally mind blown right now, and pigs are flying. Yes, pigs are flying.
Where?
I told her, because women have a tendency to lend money and not paying them back.
Oh. Well, yeah. Don't do that,
And
ladies.
I was
Do not
like-
do that.
And I was like, why don't you ask if you can have them instead? And today she asked, can she have some money, please?
Oh, well, that's nice.
And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I didn't think that was possible. And I sent her money right away.
That's nice. Well, in that case, Taz, since you're in a generous mood, can I have some money?
What do you need money for?
Oh, I don't know. I can find something for it. Getting my backyard
Okay.
excavated and having French drains installed.
This
Chosen
is
says
more
I'm
like-
only up to 2 of the Romulan reputation, so you know what? If you're not up there, I would put a strong focus on getting up there, getting your reputations built up. It doesn't... Tagara says, I'm not a lady either, but can I have some money? Yeah, it's
Well,
like
we
when my
have to
son calls me
pretend-
and says, "Oh, Mom, I love you so much." I'm like, "Ugh, how much do you need?" And he's like,
What do you
I don't-
want?
"Yeah, I don't need anything. I just wanted to let you know I love you." Oh, that's so nice. But since you've offered,
Brilliant.
he's a good
Nice.
kid. He is a good kid. And he's home from Texas, and the plane landed way ahead of the storm, even though it was delayed by a storm. So he's home. He's safe. I don't have to worry, and he's on vacation for 3 days.
So, will we be jabbering about, or will we do something?
We can do something. I mean, it's only been half the morning talking about this because, nerd. Nerds,
I was called to build a ship, so I'm on the stream waiting for some shipbuilding action.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it today. This is my first day off of Rise. I was
Ah.
actually going to work on my house today. Now, I thought you and I, Taz, could maybe spend some time when I'm not online so I don't have to look
Yeah.
like an idiot in front of everybody. I don't mind looking like an idiot in front of you or Chris, because you both know that I am stupid about the game. But
Nice.
out there in front of everybody, no thank you.
Why all the slander? It's so unjustified, so unnecessary.
Let's see, Minnesota
Seems
Viking
nice.
says, I got 5,400 Zen yesterday. Wish they allowed the option to gift items from the Zen store. Yeah, that would actually be nice, because a lot of times...
So many games have that right these
Yeah.
days. Like so many games.
Mhm.
And I'm talking online games where you can literally just buy something inside the game and gift it to a friend, and it's like
Yeah.
SGO with all the stuff you can buy, and no. And like, for instance,
I'm-
low buy stuff, you can't gift it even to someone because it's banned your account or banned your character. Like, fuck
Yeah,
off.
so like a lot of these ships, at one point I had a bunch of Zen, and I was thinking to buy ships and put them into the fleet bank so we would have some fun prizes. You can't
Yeah.
do that. If you win a ship, let's say you win that R&D promo ship right now, you can put that into your fleet bank as a prize. You cannot, put Zen in there. You can't put a lot of the things in there. You can't buy a ship and put it in there. I wish they would let that. There's probably a reason. There's probably not a good reason, but there's probably a reason. Let's see. Well,
I really wouldn't like that reason.
I'm not gonna. Oh, yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that one. Do I have any disruptors here? I wonder if I have a disruptor on the ship. Oh, I do. I have some disruptors. They're not great disruptors, but they're disruptors.
It's the best disruptors.
They're the only disruptors. I need 150,000, so that should probably do it. Chris, let me send you an invitation. There you go. Invitation is sent. I got a tier 5 ship from Lockbox yesterday. No tier 6 ship yet. We were chatting about tier 5 Lockbox ships. And it kind of goes in the first prize is a tier 5 Lockbox ship. Second prize is 2 tier 5 Lockbox ships. Because they're not really worth that much. That said, though, if you can't give it away like to your fleet or something as a prize, and you haven't flown it yet, fly it, just so it goes into your Admiralty list.
It's like not having send gifting. Isn't that like ignoring money?
It is. Oh, it totally is.
Don't get me wrong. I'm really happy that they don't have it, because I would have bought so many gifts just because I don't have the patience to wait for people to get it on their own way.
Yeah.
So it would be a massive money sink for me.
Tagara says, I want the drone ships. Which drone ships?
They come from the scimitar.
Oh! I say I missed line above that.
What
I wanted to
they
get a
said-
scimitar from a T5 box, but apparently need a special lockbox for that. I do believe you need an infinity for the scimitar. I don't think it's an
What?
R&D Is it? The
Scimitar's a Zin store ship.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't need any lockbox for that. The drone ships come from the tier 5 Zen store ship. You can simply, if you have any, you can simply
Yeah.
use.
on the legendary
It's
one.
Because-
it's a Zen ship for the regular one.
Yeah, and it unlocks you the ability to buy drone ships, except you can't use them on anything else than this ship, and there's another Romulan carrier. There are 2 ships in the entire game that
There is-
can run
there
the
is
drone
3
ship.
Romulan carriers that can do it. One is C-Store, the other one is Premium.
The scimitar can equip the Romulan drone ships. That's all that says.
Scimitar, and there's another ship. Oh, see what's it called?
It's a big carrier from the C-Store. Just go Romulan, T6. No, if you pick Romulan and T6.
I am. I did. Now what would you like me to put in there?
The third ship.
Third ship. The Ranadair.
Yeah. That one can house the... And the C-Store version can house it.
There's also a lockbox ship that can
Yeah,
open
what
that,
is that?
use
The
them as
lockbox.
well.
Mhm.
One of the lockbox Romulan carriers that can still have them, but that's total of the ships that can use these drones. No one else. Which is kind of a bummer, but then again we have Jupiter that has carrier pets that can be used only in Jupiter class, and that's annoying. I still don't understand
Those
the
pets are
Callistos.
only pets with quad cannons, and I
Ooh.
would really like to see them on some other ships.
So the lockbox ship, I believe, is the Talaru, if I'm reading this correctly.
I believe so.
So that makes 3
That's
ships that
for
can
all
equip
quad
it.
ships.
Oh, by the way, if anybody watched Strange New Worlds last night, I haven't. So
Oh, I haven't either, so...
yeah, spoiler free, please. And since it's raining, I'm not going to be able to go work in the garden today, so I will probably watch Strange New Worlds today. Though that said, the Ranadair, the whole Romulan drone ships go back 5 years. I didn't realize it had been that long. Why does it always feel like it was last week? Let's see. Do they come with the Talaro? The Talaro can use them. I don't think they come with it.
They
You
don't
can-
come
No,
with it.
they
Right.
don't come
They
with
can-
it.
You can purchase it from the fleet store, though.
I mean, you have to unlock the drone ships
No, I
by
think-
getting
I
a
think
scimitar.
Yeah, what Chris is saying.
You can't unlock those pets anywhere else but to get a scimitar. The easy part is that the tier 5s, there have been a lot of tier 5 coupons on through the run of the game, so most people will have at least one to get at least one of those scimitar variants, and it doesn't really matter which one you get. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, the Romulan ships, these have the disadvantage that there are 3 ships in the game that can run those drone ships, but like the Callistos that are from Jupiter, you can't get them anywhere else, which is a bummer.
Minnesota Vikings is saying that he's looking to do a decent science build, phaser build. Dang, there used to be a great not YouTube channel, but a great website that posted a bunch of great builds, and I don't know if they're still up. I think they pretty much shut down a while ago. MC Stew might be one of your best references. I don't know if he does anything that's...
Keep flying. I managed to cuddle out the dog.
Oh. Okay, let's see if this is current. I don't know how current this is. My guess is it's not, but... Oh, well, maybe.
Most of those coupons are not tradable because they were given during events, and
Yeah.
they are usually bound to character or account that you claim it on. So
Okay, so there is a old website called Stow-League. You can also look it up under DPS League, but they are 5 years out of date. That doesn't mean it's not valid information, but they used to post a bunch of good builds.
I'd like to point
MC
out that
Stew,
still not queuing.
I don't know about...
I think my current Psy build is from the DPS League.
Okay. And let's see who else we've got here. And there is a build chart, but it's based on whether you want to do tank, energy, exotic, kinetic, or other versus doing science, etc. And that's on Stow Better.
Now I'm a bit uncertain. Both of those websites sounds really familiar.
Yeah, well, the Stow League was like the place to go before they stopped doing it.
Is Stow Better over?
It looks like it's dated to 2020. Oh, Stow Better? Stow Better is still there, but it doesn't do it based on like science. It does it based on tanking, energy.
StowBetter.com is parked, courtesy of GoDaddy.com.
Say that again?
Stow Better is parked, courtesy of GoDaddy.com.
Let me put this up here. Okay. That's Stow Better. I don't think Casual does a lot of builds. He does a lot of ship descriptions. Augie did, but he pulled everything down. Sav doesn't poster builds. You know who you could ask is, you may not hear this, but Musin probably has stuff posted someplace. Because he puts up a lot of his. You might actually go into our ship build off and just read through some of the builds that have been posted there. And yeah, as they were saying, the coupons may be account bound and they may not be account bound. So you have to kind of look through them. I have a bunch that aren't account bound. And I have a bunch that are, and I have to go through and read each one. The ones that you get from the events are definitely account bound. Ones that come from other places may or may not be. And then 5 years ago, during the height of COVID, they had various groups that if you made a contribution to the charity, they would give you T6 ship coupons that were not account or character bound, and you could trade or sell them. So you have to do a little hunting around. Let's see. We are at 6:45. Let's do something.
I tried to point out that we are not queuing still like 10 minutes ago, but
I know you did. I was just completely overwhelmed with people actually talking in chat, and I was being very happy about it. So there, yeah. What do you want to do? You said you had a Borg for 30 ships?
Yeah, 30 Borg ships, and I'm trying to get just 3 destructible torpedoes.
Oh, that might come with the Borg ship. So let's do... I don't want to do guillotine. We've seen how that goes lately. How about just plain old infected conduit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that should give you 30 ships. because it's got all the drones and the probes in there. You notice it's 6:30 and people are actually in game because they're not off at the dance party.
Yeah, did notice.
It's
The friends
amazing.
list is definitely fuller.
Yeah. Though, when I was on Ryza yesterday, we still had 20 instances open. Now we're down to 2. But people were there till late last night, just being there. And as I came in this morning, I'm watching ships warp out at last. Late checkout, I'm going to presume. But Pavel is here, so if you want to do things like Master Relaxer, if you haven't finished that up for endeavors for next year, you can go do the Big Year and Master Relaxer all without having to do any of the event stuff, which is kind of cool. And my dogs, who have not gone out yet this morning because it was pouring, are sleeping up here. The rain is completely done for the moment. I'm going to peek out my window while that queues up. And, oh, the water's not bad. It's flooded half of the backyard and my neighbor's yard this time. I will bet because it's been so dry that within the hour that's completely absorbed into the ground. I have no plants back there because it floods. Oh, yeah, but it's one of those days. It will happen. So invest the money. So I spend $10,000 now, and I don't have to worry about a $100,000 foundation repair that's not covered by insurance. Because if you know there's a problem and you don't address the problem, insurance goes, I don't think so.
I'm glad I live on the top of a hill.
Oh, my last house wasn't the top of a hill. But if you looked based on the level of the river, about a half a mile away, the river would have to do like Noachian level flooding to get up to our house. Because we were as high as you'd get and was maybe 40 feet above river level. It takes a lot of rain to get the 40 foot.
Oh, I'm way above there. The city's main water line goes underneath the football field outside my house. And it ruptured 4 years ago. You could literally see a fountain pouring up from the football field, which is 2 meters from my house.
Oh, Chris, I'm going to throw in a couple more just to get us something.
Touched my property. It just followed the, how should I say,
did you say
walkways between the house and just
Weeble?
poured off our mountain top.
Yep.
And good morning, Cliff. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you are here. Glad to see you are here, whatever that is. English language. Not me this morning. There was a point where we had so much rain. This is back at the old house, which was high and didn't flood. But there was so much rain in a 24-hour period that it was overwhelming the storm sewers. It was racing in at different points and just fountaining up out of the grates in the ground for the stormwater to go into. And it was just really impressive. And I had to go to work that day, and it took me 4.5 hours to get to work because there's only one path that wasn't flooded. And that meant touring back 3 miles to get on the expressway that went over the river to a road about 2 miles further to the east, down that road, and then back again across the river. Always a fun day. And then nobody showed up for class because, you know what? It flooded. Everything flooded. Yes, the nice lady is gone for a little bit. She's on vacation. They only work a month out of the year. I don't think that's feasible. Even on Ryza, even on the economy of we don't need no stinking money anymore. I think that all these really nice touristy related jobs that they've got, they have to have other jobs during the off season. So what do they do?
Winter resorts.
Yeah. So I keep thinking maybe they have different parts of Ryza, even though we go to the classic beach, which is really geared towards Federation positivity and things like that, things which are primarily bipedal organisms can do. Maybe they've got different areas of Ryza that are focused on, you know, the amoeboids and other things like that. So everybody can spend time on Ryza, and these people just go from place to place, kind of like the Renaissance Fair. For them, it's a full-time job, and they live out of their vans and stuff, and go from this Renaissance Fair for 6 weeks, to that Renaissance Fair for a month, that Renaissance Fair for 2 weeks, and keep just traveling full-time like that. So getting back to the flood that kept me from getting to work for hours and hours and hours one day, I normally bicycle there, and obviously I'm not that stupid to bicycle during a rainstorm. I'm going to rephrase that. I've done that. I have bicycled through rainstorms to get to school, but that was not intentional. It decided to rain while I'm halfway there. Not my fault. But I did decide 2 days later to go back to bicycling to work, only to discover that the floodwaters had not fully receded. And that made for an adventure, too. I'm going to switch.
I remember there was a street flooding and the way. Because you could see people just walk on the edge of the wall holding onto the railings while we try to avoid the water.
Yep.
That was the most hilarious thing.
Coming back from
It was
work,
a nice exercise though.
coming back from work on the day of that storm, the water had pooled up on one of the roads to get to where I lived, so you couldn't cross over. So I thought, I'll just go up to a different street. And it looked like there was some water there, but nothing bad. I didn't realize that the road actually went down another 2-3 feet, so I started in and immediately literally flooded the engine.
Oh jeez.
Can you not hear me, Cliff? You there? Cliff? Cliff, are you there? Let's see, I have some Herald ships. Hang on a second. What is on the event right now? A counterpoint, fortune fire. No, that's okay. Whew. I'll just swim to a different street. Did you get your destructible torpedoes, by the way?
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, I need Polaron damage in space, and I think I put some Polarons on here. I did. Do you just want to go do something random? Because I'm not going to worry about getting my Herald ships on this. I'll go do that later. Does that work for you, Chris?
Yep.
Okay, we'll do one more, and then I'm going to go have a day. Yeah, you can absolutely join me. I'll send you an invitation. Here you go. Didn't work right. Let's try that again. There you go, Cliff. Invitation is sent. Cliff, do you have anything you need to do? As June was ending, I was working on taking the landscaping, and I use that term very loosely, out of my front yard and putting in new bushes and plants and stuff to make it look like a proper front yard that isn't filled with rocks. I get rocks, but that's okay. And basically I piled it up in my driveway, and then it's like, oh, it's July. I have to go play Ryza for a while. Borg TFOs. Okay. Well, let's pick a different Borg TFO. Let's see.
Invite me to.
Oh, Taz is in game? Whoa.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know.
They updated my boomerang, so I had to go and check it out.
Updated the boomerang? What did they change?
They changed the
We just did conduit thingy, Cliff, so we're going to have to
console
do something
universal
else.
proton eruption module instead of the Cranem chronophage.
Hey, Taz, we're no longer friends because somebody...
I'm in
He
strike
keeps deleting his friends list.
Am I in strike group? Let's see here.
I'm in strike group.
Hang on, I'm trying to get to, I'm not in strike group and I'm not in the strike group armada.
Really?
This tune is in deactivated iguanas. Oh, the one with the 3
Ah.
conduits? There isn't one with 3. There's one with 2. That's Kittimer. Which we can do. Yes, I will queue that up.
Why is Alt Lexington in strike group?
I think he's got at least one tune there. I don't think his main tune is there. Who are you on, Taz?
Tess.
Come on, why are we not working today? You can unfriend me as soon as we're done here. I'm just doing it so it makes my life easier to invite you to the team. There. There you are.
I don't understand why would you even cleanse your friends list. Like,
Because he hates
it
me.
does. Yeah, he hates everyone. He removed me as well.
I know. He doesn't love us anymore. It's Kittimer Vortex is the one I think you want there, so I'm going to queue us up for Kittimer Vortex. Weeboo?
We have a wee woot.
We will.
The only other one with 3 is Borg Disconnected, which I'm not doing on this tune. This is one of the... Is this the account where I've got the good ships? I don't think so. Yeah, this is the account that really needs a good ship for Peter Porker. He needs toys. He's a good young pig. Pig captain. Captain Pig? Did we get a Weewoo?
We did. We accepted. We're waiting.
Okay, thank you.
For some reason, it takes 3 to 5 working days before an accepted TFO actually loads in. I don't understand it either, and it's ridiculous. And it's been like this since the patch. So I think they broke.
Yeah, there's
something
something
with
going
the
on
servers,
here.
Like, server got a little lag. They probably built in a new feature that I don't know.
Well, I think they were doing what happens so often, fixing something else, and this went to heck. I used to work with a company that we did our patches and updates at midnight local time, so whenever that would happen for us, because we did worldwide stuff. Yeah, a lot of lag today, Cliff, too. But the thing was, we would have our patch, we expected maybe to take 2 to 3 hours, but we kept it working in the sandbox until we were sure everything was meshing with their system, and then we'd go live, so that way, if something went horribly, horribly wrong, we didn't screw them up royally. And 99% of the time was easy peasy. And then there's that 1% when you're working with a company in Singapore, and it just wasn't going. It was just bad. And those would be the days of, I'm not doing this, this is not my job. I was a different part of the company, but you'd drift in and you'd see a whole bunch of really unhappy engineers, and it's like, I'm just going to turn around, walk out the door, buy a dozen bagels and cream cheese, and come back. And then they will be happier people.
So Chris
Actually-
alone is bigger than the entire group.
Oh, is that the new one? Ooh, the
Yeah.
dominance. Jeez, look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, it's bigger in terms of volume than the Acheron.
Oh yeah, it's like
Iridium
3
Dragonor.
Acherons worth. And then
Or more.
hull out the yin yang. What is it, 149k hull?
Currently 171.
Yeah.
It's probably my tankies. I mean, tankies is the wrong word because I didn't build it as a tank, but it has the most hull of all of my ships ever.
I'm going left because
Did
I
I
always go left. I'm going left
See a
and left.
secondary work cube there for a second.
Yes. I don't know where that's coming from, but that is something that's been popping up for the last 3 to 4 months.
I
where
know.
you get a duplicate Borg cube. I think it might be from a console.
And I didn't start the pulse. So what was the point?
Oh heck, we'll have to do another one. Oh no. The horror. Extra stuff
Hey,
to
what did
do.
you do?
We didn't start the buff.
I didn't start recording, so I can't see what.
Oh, the
difference
parsing.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this isn't the best one for parsing anyway. We could do a onslaught after this, and you can parse that if you want. I was going to do
I
forged.
don't even have a parse installed.
What?
Well, that might explain why you didn't hit record.
How do you not have a parse installed?
Well, you uninstalled it because it's no longer playing the server, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to take a break from a game without actually uninstalling everything about it.
No, I can't tell you how many times I've done things like that. Uninstalled OBS because I was working on something and think, oh, I'm going to go start the live stream. Shh, bad word. No live stream today because I'm stupid.
No. It's one thing to uninstall like a 140 megabyte application and another to install a full MMO.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I respect my time, so if I have games that have like 130 gigabytes, I don't uninstall them on a whim because downloading them again take forever.
Yeah.
I have a gigabit internet connection, so.
I have it too, and still like I don't want to go through that again.
Big games can take a little bit of time there.
Yeah, because you can't get a download from a service of that speed like on console, even if you're on a wired connection, because they have limitations to their servers, so your download doesn't overwhelm everyone else. So you still can't download it in 1 gigabit speed.
And with the lagging
about
we're getting right
Steam?
now, oof.
Steam is
Yeah,
always
don't like it.
giving me a gigabit.
Steam perhaps, but there are other networks you can download games from,
That I don't use.
like Sony, Microsoft.
Oh, I don't use it. I don't use it.
GOG.com, GOG.com, I mean.
Where's the Valdor? There she is.
Oh, as soon as I arrive, she freaking.
Oh, she'll come
closes.
back.
Yeah, and the point where I have to get there again.
Yeah. She came back in the conduit last night when we were running this. Or when I was running this. The other day. I don't think I ran this last night.
There she goes.
Yep.
There she blows. There she blows up again. Well, we've destroyed the Natla enough times.
Daz, do you want to install your parser and we can run Hive Onslaught?
Yeah, I can just play with you.
Okay, well, let's do...
I'm not bothered with the parser. I can see the visual difference.
Okay.
Instead of a longer AoE dot, I'm getting more upfront punch. And that's kinda nice.
Let me do this. Let me go grab somebody else. Yeah, I'll just stay here. I'll do that one. What's your preference? Don't say Borg disconnected. How about Hive Onslaught?
Sure.
Busted. That one.
I was a good person. I played Gravity Kills 4 times last week without being paid to do it.
I played Days of Doom and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, actually, the Days of Doom went really well, and partly Taz, because you taught me that trick with the subspace tunnel fracture thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. Kept dropping me right in front of the Doomsday Machine. I just had to make sure it wasn't about to queue. Its little spewty thing. And, perfect. And I was playing with DT. So the two of us were doing that. And the Doomsday Machine, over the course of the whole game, progressed like 3 or 4 inches.
We
Weeboo.
have a
Yeah.
Weeboo.
And then he and I kept playing for a couple hours, and he's like, hey, let's just do a random. So what did the random give us? Days of Doom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, but they had nobody with firepower, so he defended the base. And I went over and did everything in space so the 3 people aside from us could go playing, Uber. And they didn't know about playing Uber.
Oh.
So I'm thinking I'll just shoot everything and try and keep this from going any further. And of course we lost. I mean, lost in the sense of they had to send the starship in. But that is so
Yeah, that is a
bonkers.
losing condition.
Look at that. Look at the size of that ship compared to mine.
I know, it's so ridiculous. I love it. I still think that they kind of made it smaller than it actually
It
was
is
in the
actually, yeah.
show. I don't know what was the scaling, but they did the same with the Viridian Juggernaut because that thing was also like ridiculously oversized for the game's purpose for the show.
Well,
you know,
I
you
think
have
they
to
had
fit
an
in
issue. I
space.
mean, even with the Acheron, it's so big that you really can't get everything
Acheron
in.
is a made-up vessel. It's based on the stick.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
based
it's-
on the ship that was in Discovery, but neither the sticks nor the Acheron were actually in the show, so they kind of had the liberty of kind of squeezing it by default, so it doesn't like take that much space.
But you kind of
when it
have to
comes this
squeeze it
one-
because otherwise you're not going to be able to see anything else but your ship when you're in the camera.
Yeah. I mean, they do have the sense of scaling with the camera, so it's not an issue from a controlling point of view. You can have a board cube and still have enough distance from the ship now, but it's just a matter of like, moving about. It's probably why we're never gonna get a properly sized cube as a playable thing.
Nope. And now that we're
Because-
getting
so
bigger
try to
ships,
keep
they
that
might
to
get
the
away with
breach.
it.
Yeah, try to take that to the breach. I think the assimilator and this one is probably like the tops of the oversized.
I want to see you take
stuff.
that one into the breach.
I want to.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I tried to queue for it all morning and it didn't pop.
I don't have to do it on the weekend when we can get a bunch of people who are willing to do it. Everybody except Board
Yeah,
King.
I'd love to.
I don't know, I like the breach.
I like my current resistance. Average resistance on my hull is 71%. Love that. Even though I have no shields, which I rarely do, I still don't get any damage in.
We will be on tomorrow, not tonight, but tomorrow night, so maybe we can queue up and do the breach and a couple other things tomorrow, if you're awake.
Tomorrow evening?
Yeah.
I might be awake because I'll be playing Phasmophobia on the stream with my friends.
I might start
So
a
if
little
I
early.
don't collapse entirely, I might just pop in.
Well, if I don't get mosquitoed to death today and tomorrow. Mosquitoes have been so bad that I can't keep the screen doors closed because the dogs go through the screen door because, they're dogs. And I learned a long time ago, don't even try and fight that one. So I bought the screens with the magnetic locks on them. So in theory, the dogs can go through them.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did, but they actually went through them. They went through the screen part, not through the magnet part. I was just like, oh, okay, that's not going to work. So I just bought some sheer drapes.
Your efforts
I'm
are
gonna
futile.
dip them in bug spray
This
and hang them outside that door.
thing alive.
And the dogs can go in and out. They can't hurt anything. It's just really thin, lightweight fabric. And it should be enough between the smell and the fact that they're closed that I might be able to go mosquito-free for at least a while.
Sounds like an idea.
Yeah, because I'm really tired of putting bug spray all over myself
my
just to
ship's
sit in
in
my
the sea.
house. Pardon?
This is
His
My
ship was
in the sea. Yeah, it was below the diamond falling apart. And the cutscene, I mean.
the octahedron, please.
that
Even the game calls it a diamond.
weak, fallible.
Well, that's interesting.
What?
We stayed as a team up until the last moment. No, I don't need any more of those. We'll take those guys there. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go survey the amount of water damage in the backyard, which, remember I was telling you it was halfway up to the door? It's
Yeah.
about a third of the way up to the door now. It's receding super fast. Ground is...
Good.
Yeah, the ground is so dry, it's just like the trees are going, yes, thank you.
I can imagine trees going, yes, thank you so much. Water.
Well, if it stayed dry as much as it did last year, I've got 2 trees that I'm going to guarantee aren't going to make it through the winter. Oh, it's fine, Cliff. It's just it's very flat. There's no natural taper of the lawn to feed into the storm system.
Well, that's what happens when you build your houses out of materials that don't have properly grounded and nested and dried off foundations and stuff.
I suspect it's also the fact it's a 45-year-old house. And over the years, with rain that washes from the house down to the low areas, and what's happening is that the ground that was previously, kind of tapered, or whatever you want to call it, graded so that it would feed down to the water systems, has just backfilled with dirt over the years, and it needs to be readdressed. My old house, we had it done when we first moved in. We had to make sure that it was all properly graded and it fed down to the storm drains. And I don't think anyone's done that here. Dark Mom lives in the Shire. Yeah, really.
Meanwhile, talking about rain, it's actually raining here. I just realized that I smell rain, and it's just like, oh,
yay!
it's raining.
Always good.
I mean, the rain that we had on Monday, it started on Sunday evening. It rained whole Monday. The amount of water was so excessive. It's like, what the hell?
I think you mentioned that. So I've got a month off from the gym. I was going to go back in 3 weeks when I get back from Texas, only to find out that my sister's memorial service is going to be the last weekend of the month on Saturday. Okay, so it's 8 hours round trip there and then maybe 4 or 5 hours there, so the whole day. The problem is I have to go back 2 days later. So I'm going to be out in Chicago 6 times this month. So much for not having things to do. I do not want to make 6 trips out there.
Client at work. I got a ticket from work, and the client's name is Winnie.
With an H or without an H?
Without an H.
Oh, good.
It's literally just Winnie, so it's just like Winnie.
Oh, do you know WHINNY? Do you know what that is?
Whining? Yeah, I know what
Winnie,
means.
Winnie with an H is the sound that a horse makes. And I had an acquaintance whose mom thought that's how you spelled Winnie and named her child that. And it's like, really?
Oh. Ooh.
But nobody else figured it out, so I'm just like, nope, that's okay. Not going to say anything. All right, everybody, I'm getting out of here. I got to do my dailies, and I'm going to go survey the backyard for stuff. Taz, it was so nice to have you in game again. Yay! But I totally get being burned out, so, always welcome when you're here, and I will be in Dune sometime this weekend, so maybe we can catch up then, and I can see the new base for real, rather than just the videos of it. For everybody else out there, have a wonderful day. No show tonight. We will be on tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. So take care and find the Q button, Mom. Okay, stay moopsome.
Moopsome.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.